What's up, guys? Good morning. Today is day 2 of the 3-week yoga retreat on Beachbody On Demand for me. I'm Scotty Hobbs, your coach, friend, and mentor, and I'm going to give you guys a short lesson today. I promise I'm going to keep it under 2 to 3 minutes. I titled this video, I can't remember exactly, Sometimes You Are the Problem. So there's a story about in the 18th century, there was a thing called the puerperal fever. Now this was what they called at the time the Black Death of childbirth. So it's called the Black Death of childbirth, and what was happening is that women were giving birth to their babies, and within 48 hours 70% of the women were dying. 70% of these mothers that had just given birth were passing away and dying. And this originally started in Europe and later spread into the United States. It gradually got worse and worse. So 70% of these women are dying after childbirth, and this is the time that they call the Renaissance period, when they were beginning to go more into science, into doctors, and understanding data and understanding, comprehending things, and they just could not understand what was going on. So these doctors and scientists, they began to study this puerperal fever, or the Black Death of childbirth. And what they would do is they would deliver babies. These mothers would die. In the mornings, at night they would examine the body, take the body for an autopsy in the morning, and they would perform these autopsies, and then they would go back and deliver babies in the afternoon and complete their rounds. And this is what they were doing. So what happened is, in the mid-1800s, there was a guy named Wendell Holmes, and he realized and understood and saw that these doctors that were studying these bodies, performing the autopsies, and then delivering babies were not washing their hands. And what we can understand from this is, just like with these guys, the doctors in this instance were the problem. They were not washing their hands. Sterilizing was not a thing yet, and that's why these mothers were dying. And this went on, and people, guys, when he brought out this idea, it got ignored for 30 years. 30 years of when he said we need to wash hands, sterilize. It went on for 30 years with people ignoring him. So with that being said, 30 years passed, and the problem continued to happen, this Black Death of childbirth. And so what's the lesson in this short video that I want to share with you guys today, especially if you're building a business, you are working on your leadership and developing a team, is that sometimes these doctors, as we can see here, they were studying, trying to figure out the problem, and then the doctors in that instance were the problem. So sometimes you're the problem. And a lot of times we go around blaming everything but yourself. And we take credit for the things that are going good, but I don't believe that we're allowed or entitled to take credit for anything unless we're as well able to take accountability for the things that we're not doing. So my lesson today for you guys is that sometimes you're the problem. I've seen that in my life from time to time throughout, and especially in my coach journey, when things are not going well for my business or our team, or things aren't happening the way that they should be. It's looking in the mirror, identifying what the problem is, and a lot of times it comes back to me. So what I want you guys to understand is, take this lesson from these doctors. Don't wait 30 years. Look at yourself in the mirror. Understand that a lot of times you're the problem, and you got to figure that out. So I'm here as your coach, friend, and mentor to help you discover and understand what that is. If this message helps you guys today, please share it with somebody else, and have an incredible Wednesday.